This is a vlog. This is my second channel. If you are not subscribed to my first channel, you're in the wrong spot. Today, we're gonna talk about my book collection. I get a lot of inspiration and information from these books. I love getting books from used bookstores, thrift stores, and antique stores. So these first couple come from the antique store, the Home Cabinet Maker. Great illustrations in there. The Complete Home Carpenter. I think there's a difference between carpentry and woodworking, but hey, whatever. Some great how-tos in there, some great illustrations. I just really love old woodworking books. How to do your own wood finishing. Furniture you can make. So this one is extremely 80s looking. There's certain design aspects that we can pull from this to make them a little bit more modern. So this is a fantastic book. Great for ideas. Bench woodworking. This one's fantastic. Look at these drawings and illustrations in there. Modern carpentry, 1969. I love the layout, the way the text looks. It looks so classic. I love the illustrations. A lot of good stuff in this book. The great thing about woodworking is the technology doesn't advance that much. There are some computer-based tools now, but basically the table saw now is still the same table saw from 40 years ago. Campaign Furniture by Christopher Schwarz. Love that dude. He is one of my favorite woodworkers. I love the fact that he studies old woodworking and brings that to us in his books. Really good stuff. Wood boxes. I've never made any of the boxes in here, but this is great for inspiration. This is my very first woodworking book that I purchased. I've learned so much from the Taunton's Complete Illustrated Guide to Woodworking. This one is highly recommended if you're doing woodworking projects from the Civil War era. The Perfect Edge. This is by Ron Haack. A whole book just on sharpening. That's how important sharpening is. The Creative Woodturner, full of good inspiration in there. Love that. Look at that. That is crazy beautiful. Gorilla Furniture, designed by Will Holman. This dude knows his design stuff. This is all stuff like you can make from trash and things you have around the house, whatever. Will has a great sense of design. Speaking of great sense of design, one of my favorite YouTube channels out there, Ben from Homemade Modern. Every one of his projects is stuff that you can get from like a Home Depot. Highly recommend checking out Ben's channel and getting his book. Foamsmith by Bill Dorn. Bill Dorn of Punished Props. Even if you're not into movie prop making, you're gonna wanna check out Bill's channel because you're gonna learn some awesome techniques that you can apply to what you do. Good stuff. Make Electronics. Haven't gotten very far. When I first started getting into making bandsaw boxes, I purchased this book. I'm not a really big fan of the amoeba type bandsaw boxes, but the techniques in there are fantastic, and which led to me writing my own bandsaw box book. Made by hand, Tom Fidgen. Please check out Tom's channel. He does everything by hand, no electricity, really good stuff. Cabinet making, thrift store find, woodworkers power tools. Who doesn't love power tools? The Furniture Bible, exactly what you think it is, a Bible of furniture. Good stuff. How to design a chair. One day I hope to design and make my own chair. This is a good starter point. Woodworkers Illustrated Benchtop Reference. Mark Spagnuolo's Hybrid Woodworking. Mark is a power tool / hand tool user. His book is all about combining the two techniques. Good stuff. He's one of my favorite woodworkers out there. How to make your own picture frames. This is great for if you don't have power tools and you want to learn the basics of picture frame making. Learned a lot from this book. How to make picture frames. This is kind of like the advanced version of this. This is using power tools and making fancier frames. Really good stuff. Classic Woodworking Woods, making flawless cabinets and built-ins. I don't even know if I've ever even cracked open this book. That's got some good stuff in there. Handmade Furniture, 21 classic woodworking projects. Some of these are just absolutely beautiful. Handmade Music Factory. I want to get into more instrument making, so I picked up this guy. Fun stuff. And then the Homemade Workshop. This is James Stumpy Nubs. If you want to save money on tools, get this book. This book is full of awesome, super crazy, useful jigs. Look, you can make your own bandsaw. Many years ago, Fine Woodworking Magazine started this design book series, and it's all just pictures of awesome designs. This came out in 1977, so that is book 1. There's book 2, book 3, book 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the latest one, design book 8. And amazing, beautiful, awesome, creative stuff in there. Great for inspiration. 500 cabinets. I love the 500 book series. 500 different cabinets, and they all are completely crazy, off the wall, bananas, crazy stuff. My favorite designers of all time, Ray and Charles Eames. Everything that they did was pure gold. Amazing, amazing stuff. There's woodworking, film, there's art. Their home was just absolutely beautiful. Love Ray and Charles Eames. Mid-century modern, I think we can all agree that mid-century modern is the greatest design movement of all time. Good inspirational stuff in there. Love mid-century modern. Love, love, love it. 50s decorative art. Actually, this is one of those books that you see in the art store, and it's got cellophane on there, so you can't actually see what's in there. And I'm like, oh, I know there's gold in there. I want this book so bad. And I got it. And yeah, it's okay, but the pictures are tiny. I was hoping for a little bit more. Good stuff in there. 400 wood boxes. Just purely inspirational, wacky stuff. My buddy Dustin Hostetler, also known as Upso, curates this magazine that comes out every couple years. Good stuff. This book is from an art auction. I got it purely for inspiration. Good stuff in there, art and furniture. Images of the Gamble house, masterwork of green and green. So a lot of people out there love green and green woodwork. I'm not a big fan of green and green style furniture. There's some elements in there that I can enjoy and pull inspiration from. Some Frank Lloyd Wright architecture book. This one was sent to me. Dewey Mack, Maker Mysteries. This is a book that Roy Underhill wrote. We all know and love Roy. George Nakashima, Soul of a Tree. And then drawing ideas as I'm trying to get more into drawing and learning how to draw. I'm getting some more books like this. And then I have some magazines. Some Fine Woodworking has some great furniture magazines in addition to their normal subscription. So I have some DVDs. This DVD series by Woodsmith Shop is phenomenal. This DVD series will teach you everything you need to know about woodworking. This is so informational. Good stuff. Got really big into screen printing for a little bit. This is a DVD, The Master Techniques of Marquetry by Silas Kump. His marquetry inlay is just phenomenal. It's so good. I took one of his classes at Woodworking in America, and this is one of the demonstration pieces that he did. So after the class, I asked if I could keep the piece. Essential Woodworking from Woodworkers Guild of America. Woodworkers Journal, Essential Woodworking Techniques, Hand Tool Techniques, Lee Nielsen, Decorative Veneering by Paul Church. There's another one, Marquetry by Paul. I took one of his classes also at Woodworking in America. That is my collection. As I mentioned before, I wrote my own book called The New Bandsaw Box Book. This came out last October or November. I'm working on my second book, which is all cutting boards, and that comes out this October. Here's how you can get involved. In the previous book, we had a gallery section where users could upload their bandsaw boxes. We're going to do the same thing this time with the cutting board book. So if you make cutting boards, there's a link down below to my website where you can go and upload photos of your cutting boards, and the publisher will pick their favorites and put them in the back. Two things. One, you must own the copyright to the photo, and two, the design of the cutting board must be original. Everybody who gets picked to be in the cutting board book will get a free copy of the book. So check that link out down below. All of these books that are still in print, I will have Amazon affiliate links down in the description. So if you want to check that out. I tend to use physical books for inspiration, and then I listen to a lot of audiobooks that I use for it. A lot of like self-help, businessy, mindset type books that I listen to on audible.com. Not sponsored. We'll be continuing this conversation over on Patreon. Patreon members get the extended vlog every week, and Patreon members are also eligible for the weekly giveaways. This week we are giving away the drink holder that goes over the couch arm. Last week we gave away a Wood Magazine USB drive. This has every Wood Magazine issue up to a couple of years ago. So Patreon members, they get the treatment. They get the good stuff over there. That is it. I'll see some of you over on Patreon. Be safe, be passionate, and make something.